Welcome to the Insurance Marketing Organization podcast, where financial services marketing expert Seth Green interviews IMO experts, executives, and top producers to share can't-miss tips on how they successfully manage their IMOs, grow their businesses, create great relationships, and influence the industry. And now, here's your host, Seth Green.
Welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Seth Green. Today, I've got the good fortune to be interviewing Alexandra Eidenberg of Insurance People, where they offer everyone's favorite boring thing, insurance. Alexandra, thanks so much for joining us.
Seth, I'm thrilled to be here with you. Thank you.
All right, so let's go back in time a little bit. How did Insurance People get started?
Well, like I said, it's everyone's favorite boring thing, and no one ever dreams of being in insurance, but we got started because I realized long ago that my core genius was sales, and I wanted to have a direct relationship between how hard I work and how much money I could make, and it seemed like insurance could be the jam. Lo and behold, 17 years later, here we are, and the Insurance People started 11 years ago, but I've been in this lovely industry for 17 years and working hard to enjoy every moment of it.
Awesome. So how did Insurance People get started 11 years ago?
So, I realized as I was coming up in the industry that I really did not prefer to target only this upper class segment that a lot of agencies encourage, and that I wanted to work with everyday people to help them have access to the products and services they deserve. And my specialty became health insurance, which is really that one kind of insurance that you want people to use. You don't want them using their car insurance. You would prefer they not use their life insurance, but health insurance, it's that one you want people to use regularly. And so I got really into health insurance, and the best place for me was with my own agency. And that's how we kickstarted the Insurance People.
What are you finding some of the biggest misconceptions out there that consumers have when it comes to your specialty, health insurance?
So I always like to start every conversation by saying it's really the unaffordable Affordable Care Act. So how do we find the best possible plan for the best possible price that has your network needs? And depending on what state you're in, that looks different. Maybe it's a group plan, maybe it's an individual plan, maybe it's one carrier or the other, but the goal is always to bridge this gap. Where does network meet price, and how can we make that the best it can be? It's amazing when I get to use healthcare.gov and help somebody go on exchange to get a subsidy, and they get the value of the Affordable Care Act. They get those real affordable plans, but a lot of folks don't qualify. So we spend a lot of time working hard to find plans that can be as economical as possible while still reaching people's goals.
Absolutely. And what are you finding are some of the mistakes they're making that you're able to help them avoid?
So I think no matter what, working with an agent is important. The Affordable Care Act really made it so folks could shop on their own and do it on their own. But when you have a plumbing problem, you don't decide you're a plumber that morning and go at it. With the Affordable Care Act, it really made people feel like they could be a health insurance agent, but the vast majority of people, and including myself, were complimentary. It's the same price to go direct to the carrier as it is to go through an agent. And with no fees, you can have a helper who lives, breathes, and eats that every day. And that's what I love. I get to help everyone with something they were already going to buy. It already is a tough bill to palate, but at least the services that we offer here at the Insurance People are totally complimentary.
Awesome. I did not know that they could get a health insurance expert to help them for no additional cost. That's fantastic. So how are you getting that word out? How are you getting people to realize that they have these options?
Definitely. So like most business, it comes from current clients, but also my best connections are always financial planners, CPAs, and business coaches. It comes from those centers of influence, knowing that their colleagues, friends, and clients need help, and they tap me in, and I try to make the process as seamless and easy as we can. And the entire staff here at the Insurance People is just dedicated to helping folks. And so, it's about diving in, and it's about making sure that you have access, but really, for us, it comes from those centers of influence sending us business. That and Facebook. We have a lot of Facebook friends. We love all of our Facebook parents that find us, and we just love diving in and helping all the small business owners and families get insured.
Absolutely. So you talked a little bit about your network, which is great. Talk about the network of getting the word out. You talked about your centers of influence. what are some of the ways you talked about the team that you built. Let's expand on that because you've got an amazing staff. Talk a little bit about how that comes about.
Sure. So in order to offer great customer service, I need to have an amazing team. And I just feel so blessed to have the squad of people that I work with. My partner, Des, who heads up our property casualty side, Sarah, my right hand, Erica, Sharita, Elizabeth, everyone in my office, we're just dedicated to helping people and making sure that happens. Genuinely, I feel like you put the good vibes out into the community and they come back to you. So I've spent my entire career being a community activist and doing great things out and about. And when you help others and you do the right thing in your community and you're helping build the kids' playground, or you're, committed to making sure that small businesses are thriving, whatever that looks like, all that good juju comes back. And so, not every moment does somebody need a health insurance agent, but then I'm front of mind at that moment when it comes up. And really, I feel like that works no matter what industry you're in. When you treat your community well, your community treats you well.
Absolutely. I think you are 100% right. With all the success you've achieved over the years, what would you say your biggest challenge is now?
Biggest challenges is hiring good people. Always, always. And so, this particular juncture in the pandemic, hiring is really tricky, more tricky than ever before. But generally speaking, at our office here at the Insurance People, we work hard, but we also play hard. And finding people that want to be at that level is always challenging. And so we work hard to identify folks that really are that perfect fit. What we have found is it seems like our perfect fit are folks that have been in early childhood education. Something about working with 3 and 4-year-olds parlays really well into working in insurance. So that's been one of the big segments where we've really kind of built our staff on. 4 of the 6 of us all have degrees in early childhood education. And so we kind of joke that we're the insurance agents that started off with 3-year-olds. And so it works really well.
That is absolutely incredible. What do you think about that? How does that commonality help you build camaraderie in your team?
So, I feel like when it comes to the team, it's just all about building and supporting and being that leader. Our staff, they do what we do. And so they see me working hard, they see me acting a certain way, and they replicate that. And so when it comes to working with kids, it's about patience. It's about really making sure that somebody understands and making sure that you've created an environment where they can thrive. So if that's what we're doing with the staff here at the Insurance People or with our clients, it seems as though being in a classroom full of 3-year-olds where you have to be patient and calm and work through those processes and talk them through works really well, because generally in insurance, you're a bad day manager. Nobody calls because they love their insurance bill. They call because their kiddo is sick, or a bad accident happened, or something challenging is going on, or maybe they've gone through job loss or divorce and they need help. And so because we're handling people during their weakest moments and sometimes their hardest moments, it's really important for us to have that caring, understanding lens, which is the same lens that you have when you're working with kiddos in a preschool setting.
That is absolutely incredible. Have you tried recruiting people with that experience on purpose?
Yes. So at first it was a joke, but then it became a reality that whenever we hired from that segment, that those are the people that had longevity at the company and really appreciated the environment that we were offering here. And so now when we do put out new jobs, and by the way, we're looking for an additional administrative person. No insurance background is needed, just a really great personality and loving working with people and being on the phones. And it's also work from home for anybody that needs that as we progress through the pandemic. But genuinely speaking, it's about just bringing people together and having a good time and working together so that we can serve the community at the same time.
That is awesome. What do you like best about what you do?
Insurance, like I noted earlier, can be a bit of a stressful industry. People are coming to because they're having those difficult days. And so for me, it's about helping them get on the other side of that difficult. And I think that that's the most fun thing for my staff and I is when we have somebody in a really tricky bind and we get them to the other side of it. If it's getting them insured the following week so they can go have cancer treatment, if it's making sure that their kiddo with special needs has the services that they need and getting them in network. If it's that person who's not been insured in years and is finally taking the dive in, just saying they've never understood before, but we help them understand, feel comfortable, and then buy wisely. Those are the moments that feel really great. And that's what's most rewarding about our industry is helping people.
Absolutely. You talked about those centers of influence. You talked about doing a great job for your clients and doing good work in the community. How do you differentiate yourself from all the other insurance agencies that might be out there?
So, I know a lot of people sometimes look at an industry where there's a lot of folks and they worry about, is there enough market share? And we're in Chicagoland. It's a really big city. I feel like there's plenty to go around for everyone, and we attract what we are. And so as somebody, I have a very bubbly personality. And so I attract other bubbly people. There really is a space in this industry for anyone that wants to play, and you attract those folks that have similar personalities and similar values, and then you expand from there. And I think the best part about owning a business and being in a small business environment is that you get to work with people you like. And it's that building of know, like, and trust that you get to do with the clientele and their kiddos and their families and the businesses. And that really branches on each other and grows from there. And so working with people that you see eye to eye with is really the best part about it.
Absolutely. For our folks who are watching and listening and want to learn more about you and all things insurance people, where is the best place for us to send them?
InsurancePPL.com. That's our favorite word, insurance, and the letters PPL, PamPamLauren.com.
Awesome. This has been Seth Green with Alexandra Eidenberg of InsurancePPL.com. Alexandra, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's been great being with you.
Thanks everybody for watching or listening, and we'll see you or talk to you next time.